How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Not Satisfactory. Factorio. I will never not mix these two games up. Anyway, in the last episode, we began working on quality of sorts, and we are now in a process of actually getting proper quality production of things set up here on Flagora. Now, it is a big pain in the butt. Part of that pain has come with just having to deal with the sheer amount of stuff and things. But thankfully, I say we, my teammate of mine who I was doing the multiplayer game of Factorio on, and actually still am, he did all the quality stuff and found all the blueprints and crafted everything up. So can't take all the credit for most of this myself. I'm not 100% sure where he got things. I don't know what he made himself and what he found on the internet. So, yeah. Things exist, but as always, you guys can go ahead and pause. And if you do see something and you're like, I'm very interested in that, can I have it? I will figure that one out. In other news, so some of the way this is set up is basically there's a primary feeder line here that introduces new scrap. However, it takes in any overage slash stuff that needs to be ran through a second time for further recycling. All of these get quality 3 modules, and I'm currently I'm in the process of trying to get these, but I need to get superconductors in order to get quality 3 modules. Rare quality modules is basically what we're working on today. So then it goes through these machines, they slowly do their thing. Now you're probably asking, or maybe not, why not also use speed modules in a beacon setup? Well, the reason you don't use speed modules on these is because it actually reduces the quality percentage. So if you don't really care about quality, go ahead and use speed modules. One thing I am curious about is at a certain point, for instance, if you're running, I guess over here would probably be the better example. If at a certain point, because you are running rare items in this machine, or like to make a rare quality module 3, you have to use rare components. Could I use speed modules, reduce the quality percentage? To my knowledge, that percentage only affects it being of a higher quality, not being of the same quality. Like using rare is guaranteed to give me a rare output, so I could use speed at a certain point. So that is one thing that I think once you get the highest tier, which is I think legendary, then it I think becomes just arbitrary at that point, where it's like, doesn't particularly matter. But I could be wrong. Actually, I believe I have these blueprints. Somewhere. Like that. There you go. That should go through and upgrade the chests that need upgrading. And then, yeah, that's gonna be a little angry. There we go. Yeah, we're running these through because these are items that just need to be recycled. Which technically go there. Alright. That should work. Okay, cool. Then one of the other blueprints that I went ahead and took from our multiplayer world was this very interesting looking thing. I'm not sure where we're going to put it. I think we're probably going to just stick it somewhere up here. Let me see, where do we have robots? Let's control, I think it's Alt F. That's to turn off my personal RoboPort. And I think what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to paste it down, and then we are going to worry about building it manually. Or, well, we're going to, like, rip components off of it. So we'll do that. Yeah, that should be fun. Alright. And then we go ahead and remove power poles. Because I could have taken a bunch of smaller blueprints, but I opted for just one larger one. And so then what we're doing right now is I'm just removing all the power poles and RoboPorts so that I can see each of the smaller individual components. Okay, so for instance, I can see that this is an output of sorts. And we're going to stick this up here. And then what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to do that. Then we're going to do that. Like that. Okay. And we're just going to extend power all the way over. Go ahead and throw a nice, better power, protect lightning rods. A, because I believe they do have, more range and more efficiency, so they get more power per lightning strike. Not actually 100% sure how that works. Okay, and like so. And then, oh, we don't have any construction. Let's go ahead and throw 200 construction robots in there. Oh, well, let's definitely be careful of that, because I do not want... I prefer not to have too many robots get destroyed, so that should hopefully help. Okay. And then, do we not have any chemical plants over here? We might not. Oh, well, these are rare chemical plants, too. Okay. Well, that shouldn't be terrible. What can't I make in these? Most things. Okay. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to have one for chemical plants. Chemical plant. And then chemical plant like that. Then we have to go ahead and change these as well. I got to figure out his modules setup, because it was not this. This was just me doing it haphazardly. Because I believe, because normally you don't have all three of the same quality. So notice you have like the generic one, second, third, and then fourth, and then you technically go up one more to fifth. But we're not there yet. And again, I don't know if this is his design or somebody else's. It's just the design that I know he was using. Let's go ahead and turn our robots on. Excellent. And then we don't have the tier 3, so we're just going to use the lower tier ones. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. That's a bit of an issue, but oh well. Okay. We need pipe, but pipe is not being made. So this is a case of we are going to make pipe. Pipe quality. Do they all need pipe? They all need pipe. I guess let's just do speed. Buster chest. Spider chest. Okay. That should be good. Knock yourselves out. And power, yeah, power's fine on this planet. Okay, go throw down everything we have, and we'll go from there. Preferably connect to the grid. Go. And then, oh, we don't have radar, I was gonna say. Control F. Bad robots. We aren't actually doing that. Hate to be a tease. Come. This can basically get migrated up here. Okay. This can, in its entirety, be migrated up here. Pretty sure this as well be fully migrated. So I'm pretty sure what we can do here is, I don't have it on me, but we just throw a pump in that. Okay, so that's making those, and then that gets forced out, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could just make whatchamacallit, though. Quality pipe. Now, this is a case of it's guaranteed, to my knowledge, it's guaranteed to only ever make rare pipe, so if not rare pipe ends up being in that chest, we will find out. Oh. Well, I'd prefer for this stuff to just not be under that, but whatever. Okay. This is coming from somewhere else. Um, that is one thing I don't like about ghost images. In this is how it treats it like not actually being a thing. Because like if I have this in hand, I go to drag, it doesn't drag it smooth, it just does that. I want it to be properly treated for things. I don't think we need that for anything, or that. Or that. It's got heavy oil. Should all connect. And then make something like that. Let's grab a pump. We need an offshore pump. That's not what I want. Oh, we just need iron. There we go. Make two, just in case. Cool. That should give us the heavy oil we need for things. Do need a foundry. Do we have any on the planet, or do we have to order one? We do have some. Okay. Are we using them in other things, or no? Oh, no, we are. Yeah, because we can either do it in one of these or Foundry, but the Foundry has baked in productivity. Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, we are guaranteed that. Excellent. Sweet. Alright, and then... Let's see, how are we doing on time? 17 minutes? Okay, let's just go ahead and cut this. Hopefully not get hit by lightning, because that hurts. This needs heavy oil. So we could probably do something like that. Okay. And then these guys need ice somehow. Okay. Like that. And then life looks good. Okay. So we're gonna need some of the other modules produced, which we don't currently have, but that is fine. Let's go and let our robots do what we can with what we have in our inventory. And then we will go from there. Let's go ahead. Not little one. We want big lightning rods. Okay, we should be covered. And then let's go ahead and bring... Let's go ahead and grab an offshore pump like so. And another lightning rod. Okay, robots are gonna do that. That's fine. Everything's looking good there. Excellent. Okay, so we just need some beacons and some other items that we currently do not possess. Let's go ahead and grab underground. Cool. And then same thing. Speed. Okay, everything is coming along fairly well, I should say. I don't want this down here, but you know, we are doing pretty well. I believe this is actually for rocket production, is what this is for. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I'm gonna just not have it. Okay, robots, go ahead and tear all that up for me. Overall, that looks pretty good. Sweet. What is nice about Flagora is the fact that I can just take whatever is in my inventory and go bloop, and just have it all thrown into the recycler, basically. And it just gets dealt with. We do have to fully extend our fields. What's funny is we've actually fully just been operating under what we have here, and then I have this 15 million quality tapped one way up here. So we are going to have to start figuring out where trains and stuff are going to go on our little island. I'm thinking we could, because potentially what I might end up doing is, where are they? What I'm thinking is we might end up sticking 2 more of these about here-ish. Because I think, yeah, we could fit 2 more. So I'm thinking we're going to do trains here and all the quality production of things up top. And then what I'm also thinking is we might have red circuits or like other items on this island because it's fairly large and things. I mean, we're still going to have our regular stuff down here. But I think what we're going to do is, at least until we get legendary quality, what we might eventually do is we might look at swapping over to quality science. Because if you look at the Factoriopedia, for instance, just looking at the science, 600%. 6 times the value, basically, for science. So, that is insane, because doing that would allow us to essentially have the same size footprint. I mean, we'd have to have some recycling and stuff, which would mainly be like what this is. But if we can get legendary fairly quickly, we can make 6x within the same footprint. I don't know what the scaling is going to look like, but I do think quality science is the move at some point. I don't know if we'll do it in anytime soon. I think quality science is going to be the sort of thing we do after we beat the game. I don't think it's going to be something we do, at least on this first playthrough, because I have no idea what it fully entails. And until we have blueprints and stuff for things, it's just one of those. Not really sure what it fully entails. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, you guys know to do smash the like button if you haven't done so already. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, tricks, or anything else under the sun for me, leave that down below. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. And as always, see you guys later.